Hello, my name's Tyler, and I'm with East Texas Homes Groups of REMAX, Tyler, and this is my beautiful wife, Carmen.
Hi.
Today, we're going to be filming a video that we like to call
Realtor Haters.
Realtor Haters.
Is that what this is?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's Realtor Haters. It's a video about those that question why they should use a real estate agent. I just noticed, my pin anyway, is maybe our sponsor is Verdant Fields Nudist Group. Verdant Fields Nudist Group.
Read it. Read what says below.
Get in touch with your outer self. Enjoy ping pong, volleyball, and our famous bottomless buffet. Buffisbeautiful.com.
Thanks, Verdant Nudist Group.
Where did that even come from? Anyway, who's your pin? You got it.
Four Seasons Women's Health.
Oh.
Thank you for delivering both of our beautiful sons.
Yes. All right. So I'm going to go mainly over the elephant in the room, which is the commissions, the real estate commissions that nobody wants to talk about, everybody hates.
Yep.
Something that makes everybody comfortable because it's a significant amount of money at stake, and the seller isn't sure the service they're receiving. And I think the agents, a lot of times, not us, but many agents wonder if they're doing enough to earn their commission. So we're going to go into a deeper dive on real estate commissions today. These feelings often bring uneasiness, skepticism, and trust issues into a relationship. And this relationship is selling your home, and selling your home is one of your largest transactions of your life. So we don't need those feelings. All right, let's get to it. So the first question is, what is a typical real estate agent's commission on a listing? Go.
Well, it really depends on what market you're in. In Tyler, most agents are charging 6% commission. It varies depending on the broker that you're working with. Some agents are charging 7% or more. We generally charge a 6% commission, but the blank or the form has a blank, and it's blank because it varies. So it really just depends.
So what on a $200,000 listing, what would the commission be at 6%?
That is
Math. $6,000.
no, it's $12,000.
It's $12,000. Math.
That's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money. All right. So does all of that $12,000 go to the seller's agent, or how is that split up?
No. A lot of people think that realtors go to lunch and get a paycheck, and that's all that we do. In that 6%, that money is split between the agent who lists your house and the agent who sells your house. So the person who is selling your house is the one who has people in their car all day, using all of their gas and all of their time to drive a couple around and find the perfect house for them. The list agent's job is to bust their butt marketing your home to earn that 3%. It goes into your advertising and marketing.
Okay. Well, so if, so let's say I want to save as much money as possible. It's a WASP. If I sell my home for sale by owner, which it's called FSBO, FSBO, for sale by owner. If I sell my home by myself, does that mean I could potentially save 6%?
Well, you think that you're saving 6%. If an agent comes to you and wanted to show your home, if you were listed for sale by owner and an agent comes to you and says, if I bring a buyer, are you going to pay me a commission? Then you have the opportunity to still reward that agent for doing the work. They're still going to draft all of the documents, handle everything at the title company, and do what they can to earn your money. So as a FSBO, that is up to the owner.
So whenever you have a potential buyer that's interested in a for sale by owner, I take it you are calling that for sale by owner and
Right.
asking if they're offering a commission, and if so, what do they typically say?
As a buyer's agent, you already have an agreement with your buyers saying that you are working for them and that if they never buy a house, you never get a commission. So whenever they see a house, or if I'm looking on realtor.com or forsalebyowner.com and I find a house that is for sale by owner, I'm going to be the one to call the owner and set the appointment. If you're not willing to work with me as a realtor, then I'm going to tell my client, this person is adamant that they are not going to work with an agent. And that's up to them on what they decide to do. I've had it happen before where the buyer will pay my commission, but that's pretty rude on part of the seller, I think.
All right. What so it sounds like, I mean, the vast majority, I believe it was 90% or more. I mean, I think 7% last year didn't use an agent. It's been the lowest in 30 years. So the vast majority of buyers on the market are using an agent. So it sounds to me that typically, if a for sale by owner is on the market, the vast majority of the buyers are with an agent. That to get a house sold quicker and for the most money, it's better to probably be more lenient and work with an agent. Am I right?
Yes, and it's
Work with an agent that's working with the buyers.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So then we're not even talking really about 6%. I mean, it's really, if you're willing to work with a buyer's agent, you have your home listed for sale by owner,
then you're only paying 3%.
right? So really, it seems like as a listing agent that you're not really having to justify the 6%, but really having to justify the 3%. Is that accurate?
Yes.
So what is something, I mean, you touched on this earlier, but how does a seller's agent justify, a good seller's agent,
Right.
good real estate agent, how does one justify that 3%? What kind of activities are they bringing, or knowledge are they bringing to the table that justifies that?
Well, because your list agent is going to be the person that negotiates the sale for you. So as a seller, once you sign that document that says that you agree to sell your house, you're locked in. If you back out of a sale after you're under contract, you as the seller are in default, and your buyer could actually sue you for up to 3 times the amount of earnest money and any other monies that they're invested in the house. And your list agent's job is to go line by line down that 1 to 4 family contract with you and say, this is what the buyers are asking for, this is what you're locked in at, this is what it's going to net you. So it's our job to review the title commitment and make sure that there aren't any liens on your property that you maybe didn't even know about. But this is something that we do every day. It's something that we're good at, or we should be good at. It's our job, and it's to protect you. So it's our fiduciary responsibility to make sure that you are safely guarded through the entire transaction, and it's in the long run keeping you from getting sued. So it's saving you more than what 3% could ever do.
So, I mean, that's a lot of paperwork and review, and it's not even, who knows how many hours that somebody passing by. Hello. It's a lot of time and effort to review all those. What about, marketing a home? The job of the seller, if I'm looking through my eyes as a seller, and if I'm hiring an agent, the 2 things I'm worried about are getting the most money for my house and selling it on the time frame, hopefully as quickly as possible, but whatever my time frame may be. But what kind of market? I mean, or is an agent going to market, or is it a good agent? Is all they do stick a sign in the yard and put it on the MLS?
Did you say that is a good agent just going to stick
Yeah,
a
is
sign?
that all? I mean,
No, that is not what they do. Well, I mean, that's not what they should do. But a good agent is going to start running around screaming at everybody they know, saying, "Do you want to buy a house? Do you want to buy a house? Do you want to buy a house?" That's total George Costanza. I mean, that's our job, is to get it out there as much and as quickly as possible. So we're investing our money in social media marketing, printing flyers to put it inside your house, and sending out flyers to everybody in your neighborhood,
photography.
going door to door, a professional photographer. Hopefully you have an agent that uses a professional photographer, and make sure that the toilet lids are down and that all the lights are turned on and they don't have their finger over their camera lens trying to take a picture. But there's a lot of money that goes into it, getting it ready, and a lot of money that goes into it even during negotiating and repairs. I mean, I've had to pay somebody to come and put batteries in a smoke detector before because somebody doesn't know how to do that. But there's a lot more money that goes into it on our end than you would think.
So, I mean, again, going back to justifying the 3%, I mean, if you just go into contract work, negotiations, things like that, whether it's a 0.5% or 1% of commissions, the same person driving by. Hello?
It's odd.
That's very odd. We're getting cased. Whether, so that, 0.5%, 1%, then you take into marketing dollars, if that's 0.25% or 0.5% of commissions. I mean, these things start adding up.
Well, if you say that commission is $6,000, then look at what is, I don't even know what minimum wage is. Let's say that I'm working for $15 an hour. I am working from sun up to sundown. I'm leaving dinner with my family. I'm walking away from swim meets. I'm walking away from my evening walk, or on the phone during my evening walk, to explain to you the process step by step. And so it's not just let me work from 8 to 5 for you. I'm not going to get an offer on a Saturday and be like, oops, sorry. We don't stop working. So that $6,000, after you've spent $300 on your pictures and $300 on your brochures and your marketing, that's just a little tiny piece compared to what we're doing. I mean, it takes probably 30 minutes to an hour just to review a title commitment to make sure that there's nothing in there. But that doesn't even go into the legwork for the next 30 days that it takes maybe to figure out an easement or a house that's built over the setback line and going over a deed. It's not just 3% for brochures and pictures.
So, I know we're not going to sit here and pretend that there's no place for a for sale by owner. So, who would be, I guess, a good candidate for at least exploring the idea, or exploring for sale by owner, or doing for sale by owner?
If you live, here comes the same
There's
car.
the same car. 3 times. 3 times that minivan is driven by.
Sorry. If you think that you're a good fit for sale by owner, then maybe you are someone who doesn't have the equity. If you've only lived in your house for a year and God forbid you're getting a divorce and now you have to sell your house, maybe you would want to think about doing a for sale by owner because you don't have the money. You don't have the money to be bringing to closing. A lot of times when somebody's upside down on their house, it's hard for them to hire an agent. If you are about to be a short sale or a foreclosure, you really should pay an agent because that money's not coming out of your pocket. It's actually the bank that's going to pay for it. But who else?
What about friends and family? Like, if you already know, if I know my mom is going to buy my house, is there, I mean...
Well, we've had this situation. If you're going to sell your home to your sister and you think that everything is going to be great, that should be fine. It's always good to maybe just call someone that you know that's a realtor to act as a consultant. That way we can help you review the title policy, use the right documents just to make sure that you're secure. You don't want to mess up a relationship because you don't protect yourself. But yes, family for sale by owner, that's fine.
Okay. Well, I think we've covered most of what I had written down. Again, I think whatever the situation is, if you're exploring a for sale by owner or thinking of putting your house on the market, I think, as Carmen alluded to, I think it's always a good idea to call somebody experienced. We'd love for that to be us, but if you happen to have a brother or a sister that's a real estate agent that you hopefully know, like, and trust, then I would give them a call and just go over the options. Like a lot of things in life, there's not everything's cut and dry. I think there's some gray area. There's situations where, maybe it doesn't have to be a 6%. I mean, there's agents that are out there that are willing to work on commissions. We've done it in the past, but everything can be discussed. Everything can be worked out. At the end of the day, it's doing what's best for you, your family, and your money. So if it's not us that we can help, we could always refer you to somebody, or provide any kind of services that we can.
Well, and we're also not a bunch of used car salesmen. I mean, I know that that's the stereotypical, that's how people perceive us, that they just think that we just go around, oh, look at me, I'm so cute, I'm a realtor. But that's not how it is. We really do, well, not we. I really do, Tyler really does, Erica really does. We love what we do, and we're very passionate about helping people and making sure that that you get what you need and that things work out for you the way that they're supposed to. So be careful and selective about who you choose. We'd love you to interview us.
All right, well, until the next video, we'll see you later. Wave.
Oh.